You don't notice the cost at first. It doesn't show up as a big loss. It shows up in small moments. A message you have to respond to, a situation you have to think through, a decision that takes longer than it should. Individually, they don't seem like much, but stack them. Now it's your day. A tenant asks a question that should already be clear. You answer. Another message comes in. Different situation. Same type of decision. You pause. Think. Respond. Now it's happening again. Not once. Not twice. Over and over. That's where the cost begins. Not in money, in time. Because every one of those moments takes something from you: attention, your energy, focus. And once that attention is gone, you don't get it back cleanly. Now your day is fragmented. You're switching between things, stopping, starting, thinking, re engaging. That's the first cost. Time doesn't disappear all at once, it leaks. Now let's take it one step further. A tenant pays late, not a huge deal. You work with them. Next month, it happens again. Now there's a conversation, there's a decision, there's a follow up. It's not just late rent anymore, it's time. Now, now multiply that across multiple tenants. Now you're not dealing with one situation, you're managing patterns. That's the second cost. Repetition. The same unclear situation created the same conversation over and over. Now let's go deeper. A repair takes longer than expected. The tenant checks in. Hey, just following up. You respond. A few days later, another message. And now it's just not a repair. It's communication. Back and forth. Follow-ups. Clarifications. Now one situation becomes 5 interactions. That's the third cost. Expansion. Small problems become larger ones because the system didn't define the process clearly enough. Now here's where it really starts to hurt. All this is happening while you're trying to do something else. Grow, acquire, plan, think. But you can't stay there because something keeps pulling you back. A message, a situation, a decision. Now your attention is split. And when attention is split, growth slows. That's the fourth cost. Opportunity, now not what you lost, what you didn't build, because your time was somewhere else. Now add one more layer: energy. Because even when you're not responding, you're thinking about it. What should I say? Did I handle that right? Is this going to come back on me? That mental load stays with you. And over time, that's what turns into burnout. Not one big problem, hundreds of small ones that never needed to exist. This is where everything connects. Unclear systems don't just create work, they create cost: time cost, energy cost, opportunity cost, and eventually, money cost. Because when systems are unclear, things flip. Late payments become normal. Standards drift. Turnovers increases. Now the cost becomes visible. But by that point, it's already been happening for a long time, quietly. That's the part most landlords never see. They see the outcome. They don't see what created it. And what created it was never the big problem. It was the small moments where the system wasn't clear. That's what turns simple situations into expensive ones. If your system isn't clear, you're paying for it. Not all at once, but every single day.